Welcome back to a casted game of Age of Mythology Retold. This is a live ladder game today, and we are taking a look at the top 50. We've got on the south side, Villaroos 5, playing as Set, and his opponent, no one other than Beastyqt himself. Beasty's going to be playing as Thor here today as the Norse, and Beasty says that I only upload his losses, which is a blatant lie. I have one win and one loss on the channel. So I would like to set the record straight. Make sure you guys let Beasty know that he's wrong. And this is a live ladder game, so he really is going to control his fate here. Will he win? Will he lose? We will see. And, you know, we'll see what gets uploaded. Opening up with a Dwarven Mine. So Thor has a Dwarven Mine you can call in right at the beginning, and it obviously is gold that you get hidden there under the grass. Has more gold and is gathered faster if used in later ages. So here's that Dwarven Mine right there. And you see him going after that. So he's saving his time by not having to build another ox cart. He's not having to walk down here to the gold. And of course, civilization bonus, we're taking a look at Thor. Thor, focus on dwarves and armory, starts with dwarves instead of gatherers. So your dwarves cost less gold, they gather food and wood nearly as fast as gatherers, and they get free dwarves for each armory tech upgrade you get. So pretty cool upgrades, not a lot of upgrade based stuff for Thor. Now Villaroos playing as Set, of course we're going to look at civ bonuses. Set starts with some animals of Set you can run around with, like this baboon, and then you can also use the priest to convert animals out in the field, either to go attack, but most commonly to bring them back home to eat their food. They do get a little bit decreased food rate once they're converted, but that's how it works, and for each age they go up, they'll get some additional village animals of Set as well. So going to be a Egyptian versus Norse game here. Thor, one of the lesser picked out of the Norse pantheon. Odin and Loki been performing really well. Can't forget Freyr. Not actually seeing a ton of Freyr. That's our new pay-to-win civ that came out. And out of the Egyptians, Set is usually the civ that stands out front. It's usually Set, followed by Isis with Ra. Definitely behind the pack there. I've been collecting all kinds of data, building out AoM GG. If you haven't checked it out already, head on over to aom.gg where you can check out your leaderboard, your match history. You can also upload and download replays, which is super cool. And I'd encourage you, if you see some cool games, upload them there, and we just might cast them for our next YouTube series. I was actually watching BC stream earlier today when he was joking with me about only casting his loss. I was like, bro, upload your games and you know, I'll get some wins. I only have what is available to me you know, when I go live, and typically I'm live much later, and a lot of the pro gamers aren't necessarily live playing the ladder. Okay, so it's going to be Anubis for the age up for the Egyptians. Thor just now starting to age up, and that's going to be with Forseti. So this is going to be the god of justice, focus on infantry, and will give access to the troll. I really love that upgrade, Hall of Thanes. Let me show you this bad boy. If we get over here to Thor, Hall of Thanes, this one right here. Forseti improves the speed of all foot soldiers, especially heroes. So it makes all your infantry much faster, and I really love that upgrade. Also got upgrades for your berserks, Dwarven armor, so some nice upgrades for that, as well as healing spring if you can keep your units alive, micro them, heal them back to full health. So a nice minor god choice. We do see BC is going to be heading out using a little bit of map control, currently heading out towards the Gazelle. We'll be taking that with his Oxguard, of course, for gathering. We'll be having some Antibites coming out here to go for raids from the Egyptians. Will he find those food villagers? And then we see the animals of Set as well here with the next age. Currently empowering the town center, eating the aurochs of Set. And we instantly see an armory. So what does this indicate? For me, this is most certainly going to be a fast heroic, because he's not building any barracks. He's going right for an armory, which he doesn't need until he was aging up. That's a requisite to age up to the next age. He's also went for, he has 2 monuments. He's getting upgrades to get additional favor. I think he's going to go straight to the next age is what we're going to see. And looking at that, he's already got 800 food in the bank. He's going to have to work on that gold, obviously, if he's going to be aging up soon. So that'll give Beastie plenty of room to be gathering this food out there. We also see upgrade coming in. Hammer of Thunder. Thor causes your Hursars to inflict additional damage and generate favor faster. So Beastie seems to be kind of playing it a little bit slow too. We don't see any military buildings down yet. Adding some houses back. He's got his temple. Of course, that Dwarven armory. Getting some of those techs so he gets a free dwarf. And I think it pops out once he gets his tech. There you go. He finished that tech, so he gets his free dwarf. That's part of the Thor civilization bonus. Question chat. Hursar or specialty heroes, but only heroes only get the half speed thinking. Yeah, Hursar count as infantry and get both effects. Yeah, so they get some nice upgrades. Okay, Longhouse is going to be trained up, so there he can train his infantry. Is that another Longhouse? That is in fact going to be a double Longhouse. I can't watch Beastie's perspective because he cues his villagers manually like a barbarian. So you keep hearing the old habits die hard. I wonder if he'll ever use the auto queue. I think it makes sense with him moving between AoE 4 and AoM to keep manually queuing villagers just to keep that muscle memory tight, most certainly. And as suspected, that's going to be a straight to the heroic age for Villorus. So it's going to be Nephthys, which is almost the choice you see all of the time for the Egyptians. They go to the third age. We'll be giving you access to the Scorpion. We'll have some ancestors. We also still have snakes available here. Plague of Serpents. Basically, just kind of checking things out, seeing if there's anything in raid. He's scouting and is going to see, okay, my opponent hasn't gone for a second TC. I haven't seen any military action. That could most likely mean one thing. Now, I really like how Villorus has built up his base. He has some houses in the front to protect his gold, built a small wall segment on the side, albeit, I think that's how you want to do it. I was thinking like that's just impassable, but that is passable. So I like this, keeps that in there, and now he's up to the next age. We do see some Scorpion men available. Will he do the Joey Bads is the real question. He's going to go straight for siege towers and more Scorpions. Is that perhaps what we're going to see? He is building a Migdal stronghold right away, so to guard himself from any early Norse attacks. Well, not really that early at this point. So Beastie sees this. Enemy has aged up. He's sitting on 1 TC himself, looking like he could... is he on 1 TC? Hold on. Yeah, he is. Not really sure what his strategy is at this point. He may went for the double barracks, but really nothing available for him to raid. His opponent hasn't left the confines of his base. So, army count, of course, though, has 28 compared to the 12 of his opponent, so he has a little bit of map control right now, but it's going to be a little bit challenging for going up against these H3 units. So we got Scorpion's going to come out. Migdal, I don't know if he's going to train out of that, or if he'll go straight for some siege or something. Typically, you see like a Shifting Sands, get the old Joey Bads treatment, right? You see Shifting Sands a lot of times on enemy TCs. Would actually be very impactful if he had done that strategy here. I think he could have potentially pulled it off. But Beastie's going to be pulling back, and he is aging up, and that's going to be with Scotty. Scotty doesn't know. Don't tell Scotty. Scotty doesn't know. Heading up to the heroic age. Okay, that's enough of that. Name that movie. And meanwhile, he might be heading to the third age, but what is this? That is going to be a Mythic Age rush for Set. He's going to get to the Mythic Age shortly after Beastie reaches the third age, and he'll have access to the Phoenix as well as the Meteor Strike. So going straight to age 4. Don't pass go. Don't collect $200. And we do see that Hall of Thanes upgrade coming in right now for Beastie. He's going to be grabbing that. Needs to be careful with the Scorpion. Those are heroes. You just only get up against those. He does the poison, but the Hursar, as you can see, do a lot of damage. And he's going to go for this expanding to a second TC behind this. So going to be adding a second settlement down for some more villagers or dwarves, whatever he wants to get. Or I guess gatherers and dwarves. Gatherer. And 2 TC, age 3. He's got the Frost available, of course. His opponent's going to have Meteor here soon, as well as all of his Myth units. Building a barracks, I like that. Is he going to make a bunch of Axemen? Probably. I like making Axemen versus Norse typically. They do very good against the Norse front line in a lot of cases, at least when they're going for an infantry build like we are, in fact, seeing here right now. Now, Beastie heading out to the second gold, but an Bite coming down right now to potentially go for raid. We do see some of those serpents popping up, and Beastie's going to run away. Now, I will tell you, villagers mess these serpents up, so you could actually stay there and target these down. You just don't want to lose your villagers fighting them. And there it is, Meteor Strike coming in. Beastie, his army currently getting absolutely smited by the gods. That's the giant did like 3 flips. Oh my lord. Beastie loses his TC. And what upgrade is this? That is going to be Valley of the Kings. So that means when he empowers this Migdol, he can have an opportunity to get 2 for the price of 1 units. So will he be spamming out the elephants, which you see often in this build? Beastie loses his main town center. Villagers idled off his gold, loses a chunk of his army, and in come the ancestors. Oh my gosh, he's getting attacked on all sides right now. I don't know, is he gonna be able to hold this? The Herser having no problem dealing with the ancestors since they are classified as myth units. Heroes are, of course, going to counter them. And what's being trained up? It's going to be 2x2 chariots. He's using that Valley of the Kings. Right now, you're seeing it. He's getting double production sometimes out of this. And he's starting to train up a bunch of chariots. Now, the Herdman, it counters Cav. And precisely will counter chariots as well. Because it technically has a Cav tag. But you don't want to run your chariots right up to the enemy front line like this. So with not much micro there right now, Villers has a nice build order, but not the greatest execution. And he's going up against someone who's got some of the best micro in the RTS world. Phoenix over here trying to do some area damage to his dwarves. They'll do very good if he's able to hit some shots on them. Throwing Axeman, trying to bring him down right now. Now, he is in the 3rd age, so he could be training up some ranged heroes, but currently not seeing that. Is that a second Phoenix? It's the same one. No, he's got 1 Phoenix. Okay, so it's got chariots coming in. We got phoenixes flying around, getting idled from every which direction. Can Beastie hold on to this? He has had a second settlement, so he's still training villagers out here. So it's definitely going to be giving him some life. Blue with a very well executed Mythic Age timing. We'll just have to see how he follows this up. I felt like he lost a good deal of his chariots there that potentially could have been micro to stay alive. Easier for us to say than done, of course. Picks off a few gatherers there. Some nice raids. Will those chariots go for more up north? It looks like we have a lot of Herser. We also, oh, trolls. He's made 4 trolls. Not a unit that I feel like you're used to seeing a ton of, particularly in Legacy, not a ton of them at all, but they throw a big old rock a little bit. That could be pretty good. Camels and chariot archers. Can these Herser hold on against this army? This is not looking like a good fight for the beast right now. Villarus, he gets the victory. Takes down Beastyqt with a very strong Mythic Age timing. And folks, I've got God as my witness in Twitch chat. We are casting this live, so I will not stand for any of these accusations. And we're just uploading Beastie losses to YouTube. You gotta get a win when we're watching it live, and that's just how the cookie crumbles. Villar is taking the victory over Beastyqt. Playing Thor versus Set. I will say, I think Set very, very good right now. Still, a lot of people are trying to figure out the true potential of Thor, but I have no doubt in my mind Beastie will figure that out as time goes on. I hope you guys enjoyed this casted game of Age of Mythology Retold. If you did, consider subscribing to the channel and check out my live stream, twitch.tv/FitzBro. Until next time, thank you so much for watching.